In the beginning of this course, we enumerated 7 major principles of knowledge-based AI agents that we'll cover in CS 7637. Let us wrap up this course by revisiting each of the 7 principles. Here is the first one. Knowledge-based AI agents represent and organize knowledge into knowledge structures to guide and support reasoning. So the basic paradigm here is represent and reason. Represent and reason. If you want to reason about the world, you have to represent knowledge about the world in some way. You not only want to represent this knowledge to support reasoning, you also want to organize this knowledge into knowledge structures to guide, to focus the reasoning. Let us look at a few examples that we covered in this course about this principle. Semantic networks not only allow us to represent knowledge about the world, they also allow us to organize that knowledge in the form of a network. We use semantic networks to address the problem of the guards and prisoners dilemma. The advantage of the semantic networks was that they exposed the constraints of this problem so clearly so that we could in fact reason about it. And notice that the organization helps us focus the reasoning. Because of the organization, there's so many other choices, we don't even have to reason about them. Frames were another knowledge structure that organized knowledge and guided and supported reasoning. Given frames for things like earthquakes, we could reason about sentences like a serious earthquake killed 25 people in a particular country. We also use frames to support common sense reasoning. Here Ashok is moving its body part to a sitting position. Here Ashok is moving himself into a sitting position. Here Andrew sees Ashok. Now Andrew moves to the same place as Ashok, and Andrew then moves the menu to Ashok. This is about a story about visiting a restaurant. Once again, there is knowledge structures here. And these knowledge structures are not only representing knowledge, they're organizing knowledge into a sequence of actions. These knowledge structures help generate expectations. So we know what Ashok expects to happen next in any of these situations. We also know how Ashok can detect surprises. When the non-obvious thing happens, Ashok knows it has violated the expectations of the scripts and can do something about it. This is how the scripts support and guide reasoning. We also saw this principle in action when we were talking about explanation-based learning. In order to show that an instance was an example of a particular concept, cup, we constructed complex explanations. In this case, we were constructing the complex knowledge structure on the fly out of smaller knowledge structures. The smallest knowledge structures came out of precedents or examples we had already known, and then we composed the knowledge of these various knowledge structures into a complex explanation to do our reasoning, to guide and support the reasoning. We have seen this principle in action in several other places in this course. This is one of the fundamental principles: represent, organize, reason.